of the National Football League. Finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. On the Jacksonville sideline, there is their head coach. His team lost last time out, trying to turn things around this time. On the other side, his counterpart, the Commanders head coach. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go from Landover. We'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
I think if you asked every player around the league going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
Ready. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. It is 3rd and long. Ready. Ready. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He'll get this out wide. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a run with their tight end. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll work his way down to the 30. Two-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the jump.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. There's Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
It's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out.
Automatic first down.
So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they will see what they can do with this 3rd and goal. The RPO, that one is complete. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
In this offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. And this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage. And it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his first extra point miss of the season. Another extra point opportunity here. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good.
7. Commanders nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable with Rivers. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And his numbers this season, eye-popping in a lot of categories. Let's just show you one. He is the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Ringo! Trying to start on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Higgins sent in motion. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st and 10.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Alert! Alert! A handoff as they try to run it here. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
Hey! From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Ready! From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Higgins sent in motion. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is caught, finding Higgins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6.
It's now second and 6. At the 18-yard
Daniels gonna throw again. Oh, he's gonna be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Ryan Brzee. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. Third and long, and here's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. A good rally to the football to gain a 9, but it brings up fourth down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
That one is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Jags offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Fires left sideline. That is complete. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. The throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Second down, they need 3. They'll try the right side this time. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Back to throw. That is caught! And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. On 2nd down, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Cowboy!
To throw is Daniels. On him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's standing right around his own goal line. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. He'll look to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
On 17-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 14 is here, the final 5 weeks of the regular season. Teams jockeying for position. Let's get after it. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they play host to the LA Chargers. And here's the Chargers wideout. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 58 yards for the score. The Chargers have taken a 1-point lead into the locker room, 14-13 your score. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is the Dolphins wideout. He's only had 2 catches in the first half, but he made both of them pay off. Touchdown, touchdown. The Dolphins have the lead in a game where both teams come in on losing streaks, so someone's got to get out of here with a victory. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Smile Mondays is there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Let's go. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, left side. He's got it. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he's in! Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, here's Rivers. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They're in need of... Point in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Hey,
Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's going to be taken down for 37. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
That's good.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
unlock right.
Middle they go. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Hey, check that. Check that.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Check.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Down inside the 10. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second TD catch of the season. The extra point is up and through. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Let's go. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
First down, Jaguars.
They'll throw out of the gun. Left side. It's caught by Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. That'll give up the middle. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Back at the 29-yard line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. This one complete to Bryant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now he takes off, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Get it.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Daniels now on 1st down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
18-yard line.
Ready?
Now Daniels. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. As he throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Ready up. Come on.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run by Williams.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
2nd and 5. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Well, it's pretty clear where the defense anticipated this ball going on 4th down. They did a great job against the tight ends and the wide receivers, but the guy they didn't account for was the running back, and the quarterback sensed it, got it out of his hand quick, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, it is Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.